Hey, what's up guys, this is again Showtime with MZ back with another iOS 15 new features and changes video. And in today's one we will be covering all the new settings changes that are in the settings application. So there are many parts of this video. In the first part I covered first 8 applications, then the next one another 6 applications, and now we are covering the settings application. And I decided to create a dedicated video for this because there are so many cool new features and changes in the settings application. So if you are gonna enjoy the video, make sure to click like and of course subscribe down below so that you don't miss any future videos just like this. And we're starting right now. So first of all, what you already noticed is the new design. So the UI change. So we see that all the options are not till the edges. So I have like you see, they're not really till the edges. There is some space left and they are more rounded. So I have iOS 14 here for comparison, and I will show you. As you can see, all the options are going right till the edges and they are more squared, and here in the iOS 15 they are more rounded. Now, as far as the other changes are concerned, these are not only changes that we can see with the iOS 15, but also we have changes in the mobile data. And here we have a new option for calls on other devices, which means that to allow calls on other devices, use your iPhone mobile account to make and receive calls on devices signed into your iCloud account when they are nearby and on Wi-Fi. And you can check or uncheck the devices that you see right over here for them to receive the calls. When you get through the call on your iPhone, you will be able to then answer them directly from those devices. And also another thing that is new is you can add a data plan to this mobile data, and so you have this option for the camera, and you can even enter the details manually, so that's also new as well. Now moving forward with the notifications, and the first step, what you already noticed of course in the notifications, is of course the new icon for the notifications. It's like a bell, red bell icon, and of course I have iOS 15 and iOS 14 as always to compare, and as you can see, here's the iOS 14, here's iOS 15. And also it's not only UI change, but we also have scheduled summaries as well over here, and so I have an entire video about that one where I cover the scheduled summaries, and so you can really change the times and receive the scheduled summaries on the times that you want. And if you want of course to check out the video that I have about this same topic, you can click the link right in the top corner of the screen, right here somewhere, right? And you can click it and watch it. And so yeah, the scheduled summaries is a new thing, as well as if we're gonna go to announce notifications. Now here we have the option for announcing notifications, as well as it can be also made in headphones, which will be basically Siri reading out notifications. Now as well as we're gonna go to sounds and haptics, and we're gonna tap on headphone safety. Here we have this last 6 months option, which will show you like how many times that headphone notifications have been sent to you during the last 6 months. But the option that is missing that we had in the iOS 14 is headphone notifications. Now I guess headphone notifications are always on, whether you want it or not. And now if we tap reduce loud sounds, the automatic level is 85 decibels, but with the iOS 14 the automatic sound level was 100 decibels, so that's new as well. Moving forward with the do not disturb, and now in the iOS 14 it was called do not disturb, but now it's completely different thing. It's called focus. And so I also have a dedicated video for that, so you can click that and watch it. But so it's basically an entirely new way of focusing on things. So for example, do not disturb personal, sleep, work, and you can also get other focuses as well, and you can share across devices, which means that when you turn on focus on your iPhone, it may be turned on as well on your MacBook, for example. And you can tap on plus button to add focuses as well right over there. Moving forward with the new design for the smart activation, and so it means that automatically turn do not disturb on at relevant times throughout the day based on signals like your location, app usage, and more. So yeah, that's new as well. Now in the schedule screen time, we have as well the option for sharing across the devices. So for example, you turn on screen time on your MacBook and it's now already turned on your iPhone. So that's the new thing with the screen time with the iOS 15. Now moving forward with the general and of course about. Now here, the things are quite differently sectioned, I guess. Sections have now names, for example, physical SIM, available SIM, which we of course couldn't have with the iOS 14, so there were no names for these particular sections. Now, as far as software updates are concerned, now here automatic updates show even if the update is not really loaded yet. And if you're going to tap on it, you will get download iOS updates, install iOS updates. So that's how it looks with the iOS 15. Next up on the list, we have a VPN and device management. And as you can see right over here, now both VPN as well as the device management are combined in one option, in one tab. Now in the iOS 14, we previously had the option for resetting the iPhone, and we would tap on it, we would get many options, but now that option is called transfer or reset iPhone. And if we are gonna, do you see it? Okay, now you do see it, right? And if you're gonna tap on it, we get this prepare for a new iPhone and just two options in the bottom of the screen. And if you of course want to know how to reset iPhone, click the link right over here so you know how to reset, for example, home screen layout on iPhone. But the thing is that here now we can prepare for a new iPhone, which means that make sure everything is ready to transfer to a new iPhone even if you don't have iCloud storage to back up. And you can tap get started to get started. So please. Now, in the control center, if we're gonna go to the control center, now we have a new option which says announce notifications. Well, it's not new, but like the naming is quite different. It was messages with Siri or something like that, and now it says announce notifications. So, yeah. And now in accessibility, if we're gonna go to the voiceover, now we have ability for the voiceover recognition, which means that the voiceover will recognize your voice using on-device intelligence on your iPhone. So that's pretty new as well with the accessibility in the voiceover recognition, voiceover settings. As well as if we're gonna go to voiceover again and we're gonna go scroll down a little, we have new option for always speak notification. So that's new as well. Now, unfortunately, magnifier is gone from iOS 15 accessibility, which we had with the iOS 14. I don't know why, but that's the new as well. Now, by the way, in the accessibility, we have new icons. So here is how you compare them. We have new icons for AirPods as well as Apple TV Remote. Now we're gonna scroll a little downer. We can create per app settings and we can add an app, for example, Air Finder, and you can actually have accessibility settings particularly only inclusively for that specific application. Now, moving forward with the wallet application, Wallet and Apple Pay, now we have an option for Apple Cash. So now you can actually turn it on and off the Apple Cash, and if you can tap on it, you get this notification. Your Apple Cash card will be removed from this iPhone. You can turn it off or tap cancel, of course. So that's new Apple Cash option if you want an Apple Pay. As well as we are gonna scroll a little downer, we have this expired passes option over there. And so it is basically hiding expired passes. What can it be, of course, right? So that's new, like passes are new, so you can hide expired passes. Moving forward with the mail application. Now in the mail application we have privacy protection. Protect mail activity. So it means mail privacy protection is, it doesn't allow basically senders to see your track your IP address, as well as see when you have opened their message or not. And there is actually, in this entire iOS 15 thing, there is actually an entire splash screen in about this privacy protection when you open up the mail application, which you are seeing right now. I have a screenshot of it. So yeah, that's the mail privacy protection. As well as in the mail application, there is one thing missing. In the iOS 14, we had this option for load remote images, but now in the iOS 15, that feature is gone. Moving forward with the Notes application, well, actually, with the calendar application first, okay? So we have, if we're gonna scroll down, we have week view starts on today. I have no idea what that means, but that's a new option in the settings for the calendar, so I guess that's new as well. So moving forward with the Notes application, over here we have Notify Me on mentions. As you can see, mention notifications right over here. As you can see, receive notifications on this device when you receive you are mentioned in the note. So yeah, note sharing is a new thing with this iOS 15, and I have a dedicated video where I covered that notes application, so you can go down in the description and watch that. So that's mention notifications that we have with the iOS 15. Now moving forward again with the iOS 15, we also have auto convert to tag. Typing a space automatically converts hashtag text to the tag. And so tags are also new with the Notes application, so you can also convert to tag while you are typing if you have hashtag something with a space. Now in the Reminders application, if we are gonna go to the Siri and search option that we have right in the top of the screen, right in the top of the screen, Siri and search, now we have an option for show suggestions from app on home screen. So I have no idea what that is, but it says show suggestions from app, and you can turn it on or off. And yeah, so that's basically a new thing. Now also, as well as in the Reminders application, now we can change the time for today notification, and that time can be changed via the scroll wheel or scroll bar. So that's back. It was gone with the iOS 14. You had to type manually the time, but now the scroll wheel is back. Moving forward with the phones settings over here. Now as you can see over here, the allow messages and stuff, these icons, all of the icons are now changed for Siri and search, notifications, incoming calls, and announce calls. All the icons are changed, so that's new as well. So you can look at those changes right now, as you can see right over there. As well as we have the option for, if we're gonna scroll a little bit down, or we have an option for calls on other devices. If we're gonna go to the notifications first, this interface is different from what we had with the iOS 14. So now I have iOS 14 here to compare, and so this is how it looked with the iOS 14, and this is how it looks now with the iOS 15. As well as if we're gonna go to the Siri and search, we now have only one show suggestions from app, although we had two of them. So on home screen, and we also have on lock screen with the iOS 14. So show suggestions from app, allow suggestions from phone, and shortcuts for the to be delivered basically. And now we have only for the home screen show suggestions from app. So I don't know why did that change, but well, it changed. So that's a thing, right? Yeah. Now, another thing that is new with the phone is, of course, the calls on other devices. As I already mentioned, if you're going to tap on it, you can choose if you can allow calls on other devices. And basically, you can receive a call on your iPhone, but maybe you can also receive it on your MacBook, and you can check or uncheck the devices that you want to have there. Moving forward with the Messages application, and as you can see, interface is now changed. There is an entire tab dedicated here, allow messages to access, And notifications have also a different style, different design over there. That notification section, as well as shared with you, is also new in the settings, and it says content shared in messages can automatically appear in the following applications. So you can select the applications that you are seeing right over here, and actually, you guessed it right, there's an entire splash screen dedicated to shared with you feature, which is with the iOS 15. So basically, if someone shares something from podcasts, for example, with you in the messages, when you go to podcast, you will get that as in the share with you section, as well as text message forwarding with the other devices is also new with the messages over here. Now, next up on the list, we have FaceTime, and as with the phone, or with the phone and calls section, the icons for different features are actually new as well, and actually changed as well, I would say. And so you are observing the differences in the icons, but that's not the only thing with the FaceTime. We also have a new share play option right over here. And so, basically, what it is that the watch. Well, I have a dedicated video for that, right? But so it's basically watch shows, listen to music, and use apps together during the FaceTime calls. So that's the share play, as well as eye contact is also new, which I have no idea what that is, but it says establish natural eye contact while on FaceTime, so that's also quite interesting and of course new. And now in the iOS 14 previously, if we would go to the Safari, we had this option which would say search, frequently visited sites, but somehow that option with the iOS 15 is now gone, unfortunately. We're gonna go to the Safari, and in that same space there is no such an option. However, look, we can compare them with the iOS 15 and iOS 14. So as you can see, there's no such an option. And now there is a new option, however, which says the extensions. And so if we're going to tap on it, it's basically extensions customize the way Safari works. Extensions can be changed and can add a different look to the Safari, basically. So that's a new thing for the Safari in the settings application as well. Now, another thing that is also new for the Safari is basically the tabs section. So now we can have, we actually don't have one of the features which would say show icons in tabs. But now that feature is gone and we only have auto minimize tab bar and those other two options as well. Now, another new thing is hide IP address from trackers in the Safari, so you can hide IP address from trackers when you are browsing Safari, as well as privacy preserving at measurement is also new. Now, another new thing, if we're going to scroll down, is show color in tab bar, which is part of the accessibility. Now in Translate, we now have an option to see the downloaded languages that we have, which is kind of neater and kind of better organized in this way, as opposed to what we had with the iOS 14, which you would tap on languages, and then you had this whole entire list of all those stuff, which is not that great. But now iOS 15 is much better. Moving forward with the Maps application, where we have quite a lot of things. Well, actually, no, not a lot of things. So, of course, this notifications icon is changed, as well as in the directions, we have a new direction of walking. So, previously with the iOS 14, we had only the 4 options, well, actually only 3 options, which were driving, public transport, and cycling. But now we also have driving, walking, public transport, and cycling. So walking direction is new in the maps section of the settings, as well as share estimate time arrival, or ETA, is also new. Now in shortcuts application, we now have an option. If we're going to tap on the private sharing, and so that's also new. Allow receiving shortcuts directly from people in your contacts. So that's the private sharing, and you can check or uncheck this option. As well as in the advanced tab, we have a lot of new options. Actually, this entire advanced tab is wholly new. This was not available with the iOS 14. But in the iOS 14, we had an option for allow untrusted shortcuts, which is mysteriously, and I don't know why, is gone with the iOS 15. Now in the music, we now have an option for the mobile data, as you can see right over here. So you can use mobile data for listening to music, and you can download over mobile data. As well as in the Photos application, we now have reset people's suggestions option, as well as one option is actually gone. So previously in the Photos, we had view full HDR, but now it's gone. In the camera, if we move to the video format controls, in the iOS 14, if we would tap on the video formats control right over here, let me show you. So formats, like right in the top of the screen, as you can see right over here. So if we would tap on the formats button over there, or actually on the video, we actually had the video format control option, as you can see right over here, to check or uncheck, as well as lock camera options. These two options are somehow gone, but in the camera with the iOS 15, we have an option for the live text, and you can check it or uncheck it. The video is down below in the description to see how that works. But basically, that's new, as well as prioritize faster shooting. That's also new thing with the iOS 15 settings for the camera application. And the live text is also new, basically, in the iOS 15. And the penultimate application that we will cover is podcast application. And so if we're going to scroll down, we now have episode download section quite changed. So now we have mobile data downloads and remove played downloads. But previously we had, well, first of all, refresh every 1 hour or so, downloaded episodes, as well as delete played episodes, not remove played episodes. So that's just naming is different. As well as the new section for episodes played, and the you see hide played episodes, so you can hide the episodes that you played basically in the past, as well as download when saving. That's also new over there. And now we are moving finally to the last ultimate application, which is Game Center. And so if we're going to scroll down, we have the option for privacy and settings. So that's basically new with the iOS 15 as well. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. That's all the new settings and changes that I could find. Make sure to click like and of course subscribe down below so that you don't miss any future videos just like this. I hope you enjoyed, and you can click the videos on the screen that you are seeing right now, and bye!